Well, this protest has been built on deceit. And when I say deceit, if you look at the protest, the last major promotion for the protest was the July 28th interview given by the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, in Abia State, with Governor Oti by his side, encouraging people to protest, saying that the economy was in ruins and urging Nigerians to join the protest. Well, what happened? We saw that when the protest came, Abia State did not protest, but we had protests in Lagos, we had protests in Kano. Now, here's the thing: Kano and Lagos, they pay above, in fact, in Lagos's case, they pay above minimum wage, 70,000 since February. They don't owe salaries. Kano pays minimum wage, and in addition to minimum wage, Kano pays a 20,000 naira wage support since February. And yet, there were protests there. Now, in the Abia State, where Peter Obi gave that interview, there were no protests. And that state, Abia State, owes as much as 13 months' salary and doesn't pay the minimum wage. So you can see that there was some gaslighting here. And we see that also some people were prepared beforehand for something other than protest. Because where did these people get Russian flags? And other than that, we see that the main promoters of this protest, Omoyele Sowore, is not in the country, he's abroad. So he might be under the influence of foreign powers, we do not know. Peter Obi, he was a man that has been saying, okay, this protest is necessary. However, what are his motives? Because when you talk about the country, the things that he said, that the president has brought about the removal of fuel subsidy. Look, on the 1st of January 2023, Peter Obi said that if he were elected, subsidy will go immediately on day one. That's a direct quote. So what has the president done from his point of view to justify this?
Are you saying that he is one of those who is inciting people to go on protest? Is that what you're saying clearly?
I mean, I don't have to say that. That's an obvious fact. You watch his July 28th interview. He did say and encourage people to protest. It's a video, for goodness sake. You can watch the video. So it's a fact. It's a notorious fact. And let me tell you this. It was all planned. None of the promoters and organizers of this protest were from northern Nigeria, were Arab, not one. All of the promoters were either from southern Nigeria or the Middle Belt, all of them. And then the last major promotion for this protest was done in Abia State, like I told you, 5 days ago, when Peter Obi stood shoulder to shoulder with the governor of Abia State, Alex Odi, and was encouraging people to protest. Yet, there were no protests in that state, Abia State. There were no protests in Peter Obi State, Anambra State. Now, here's the thing. This is a man who was caught on camera, who was caught on audio. The audio was leaked. He was promising to wage religious war. Now, if a man like that, who is so sectional and biased, coming out and then promoting a protest, and yet in his own catchment area, this protest is not happening, but in other places happened, it means that this man was gaslighting the country, trying to bring about division. Like I told you, it all goes back to people who were disgruntled from the 2023 presidential elections.
On a norm, I don't listen to Reno Omokri. I've blocked him, so I don't even see his stuff across my timeline, because this man is a very, very dangerous man. Firstly, he presented himself to be a pastor, but he's a very dangerous figure. Reno Omokri is someone that wants the country to go in flame because of his hatred for somebody, and that person is Mr. Peter Obi. Most of you may not be aware why Reno Omokri is angry with Mr. Peter Obi. You need to understand that the reason why PDP did not win the election in 2023 was because Mr. Peter Obi left that party. Yes, I won't really say that Mr. Peter Obi left that party. I will say it was because of PDP lack of foresight and the monetized politics they play. Because how will you have someone like Peter Obi and you are choosing Atiku over Mr. Peter Obi? They were want to hand over the ticket to Mr. Peter Obi. People went on the street and begged them, give us Peter Obi and we will win the election for you. They tied everything, the optics was showing that Peter Obi was the best candidate. Peter Obi has the pool, Peter Obi has the people, the young people behind him. Give him the ticket and you will win this election. But they decided to play money politics over real politics. PDP was not ready to win the election, so Peter Obi left the party and contested under Labour Party. Within 6 months, INEC said he got 6 million votes. We all know that he won that election. If you add 6 million votes to what Atiku Abubakar got, this is what PDP would have gotten if they have put their house in order and Peter Obi contested under PDP. Bola Ahmed Tinubu would not have seen any way to become the president. Peter Obi leaving the PDP destroyed the PDP hopes of winning that election, and this is the reason why Reno Omokri is angry with Mr. Peter Obi, because Peter Obi equally destroyed his chances of being in government. Reno Omokri knew that the moment Peter Obi left PDP has no chance in that election. That was the reason he started on time attacking Mr. Peter Obi. This guy has said all manner of things against Mr. Peter Obi. He has said all manner of derogatory things against Mr. Peter Obi. He has incited Peter Obi against the North, against Nigerians, against everybody in this country. And he's not stopping anytime soon. If you know the kind of politics that Bola Tinubu play, if Bola Tinubu cannot get you, he will look for a way to destroy you. He will look for a way to divide you. That's the kind of politics he plays. He wants everybody to be under his whims and caprices. So what Reno Omokri is doing, Reno Omokri is playing to his script. And that script is being sponsored. If you remember when Bola Tinubu was inaugurated as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Reno Omokri came to Nigeria and he visited the National Security Advisor, who is Nuhu Ribado. Part of Tinubu's game plan is that they want to destroy the ranks of Mr. Peter Obi. If you notice, Peter Obi has been having so many attacks from different quarters. Even his DG, Donye Okugwe, is now attacking him, saying all manner of things against him. They know that Peter Obi won that election. The script they played in 2023 by using the IREF, they know that they are not going to use that same script in 2027. So the only thing they are going to do is to break the rank of the person they know is a threat to them. And that person is Mr. Peter Obi. Ask them, why are they not attacking Atiku Abubakar? They say this man came second, but they're not attacking him the same way they are attacking Mr. Peter Obi. This is where Reno Omokri comes in. Every day on social media, there is no day that goes by without Reno Omokri mentioning Mr. Peter Obi's name. He has been saying all manner of things against Mr. Peter Obi, trying to incite the North against Mr. Peter Obi. Look at what he's saying currently now, that Peter Obi was the one that incited the Northerners to go and protest against Bola Tinubu's government. That Peter Obi incited the Northerners to try and overthrow the government of Bola Tinubu. This protest has nothing to do with Mr. Peter Obi. Peter Obi has not even been in the mix with the election. This is someone that once the result was announced, he told his supporters to calm down because the people wanted to protest. And to date, people are still blaming Mr. Peter Obi of not telling them to go and protest, even though I know that that statement is nothing but absolutely badarash. Bayo Onanuga came up and said that Mr. Peter Obi is planning the protest. But unfortunately for them, the Igbos did not even join the protest. The people that are doing the protest more is the Northerners. But now they are saying that Peter Obi misled the Northerners into protesting while safeguarding his own region. Their whole plan was to put this protest on the Igbos, and I'm so happy that the Igbos stay away from this protest. Protest is good, but I want to say that protesting against an incumbent president like Bola Tinubu is a waste of time. This protest is coming at a very wrong time. This protest would have been held immediately the election result was announced. That was the moment Nigerians would have gone to the street to protest. Having this protest now is a waste of time and a waste of resources and a waste of energy. It is not going to yield any meaningful result. You're going to bear with me. In the next few days, you are going to see that this protest is going to calm down. Nothing will come out of this. The best time they would have protested was the moment the election was announced, not now. This is a waste of time and resources. But here you have Reno Omokri granting an interview on a TV station that is being owned by Bola Tinubu, inciting the people against Mr. Peter Obi. Peter Obi has nothing to do with the protest. The Northerners are protesting the way they are protesting because of the ignorance in that region, because of the illiteracy in that region, because of the hunger in that region. And these Northerners, they have large numbers. Whatever they are going to do, even if you try to stop them, some set of people will always come up. If you watch the protest that is happening in the South, it's peaceful, but that of the North is violent. It is because of their numbers, and there's something that is fueling that protest. What is fueling the protest in the North is hunger, is hardship, is insecurity. Whatever you are facing down south here is times 3, times 4, times 5 of what the Northerners they're experiencing because of their large number. Nobody is sponsoring them. They want to survive, they want to eat, they want to be secure. The government have neglected them. A lot of persons are using the analogy that they did not protest under President Muhammadu Buhari. They will not protest under President Muhammadu Buhari because Buhari did not remove the fuel subsidy. Buhari did not buy a $150 million presidential jet. Buhari did not use $21 billion to renovate the office of the vice president. Buhari did not live an extravagant lifestyle, even though we know that his government was a failure, a colossal failure. There was a lot of corruption going on under President Muhammadu Buhari, but at least the people were able to see food to eat. But people cannot eat any longer. Yet the government of Bola Tinubu is busy going on an extravagant, wasteful spending spree. As a matter of fact, Buhari was a bit sensitive and considerate. Bola Tinubu is not sensitive, he's insensitive and inconsiderate. That is the reason why the Northerners are protesting. If what Bola Tinubu has done, Buhari did it, Northerners would have protested. Reno Omokri is using a national television that is owned by the president to stoke ethnic war. Reno Omokri is trying to set the Igbos and the North together. He's trying to set them up so that they can fight and kill each other. This man is looking for a tribal war, and nobody is calling him or holding him accountable. Of course, this can happen because we are in Nigeria, where the government do not care about the life of the people. Where Reno Omokri is in London, he cannot try this rubbish. The police will pick him up. But of course, he can do whatever he wants to do in Nigeria and go scot-free, and nobody will do anything about it. Like I said, I don't even care about him. I don't take his opinion serious, because this is the most useless human being I've ever seen in my entire existence. Let me leave you with a reminder of the rubbish he spilled on the national television. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.
If you look at the national security apparatus, I think Nigeria has done quite well. We had similar protests in Kenya. We saw that it went very bad. It's still going on right now in Kenya. I was in Kenya, so I saw the situation in Kenya. In Nigeria, we knew we were going to have a protest. Our national security architecture was prepared for that, and they put steps in place. And even before that, we saw that there have been things that our national security advisor has been doing. We saw that with a company like Binance, they've been parenting about $25 billion out of Nigeria. We saw that that was brought to an end. I mean, that was a brilliant move, because national security, a lot of people before Madam Tinubu became national security advisor were looking at it purely from a security angle, just like physical security. But then financial security is also part of national security. We think that, okay, if you look at the oil sector, we see that oil theft is being reduced, and our oil sales and our oil revenue are going up because our oil production has increased. I believe that according to OPEC, it's increased by about 25%. So that is progress. Now, if you look at this particular protest, the reason, because don't forget, we were having, the Boko Haram insurrection in the Northeast. That has been completely quashed now. What we now have Boko Haram just attacking opportunistic targets, IEDs. But in Sambisa forest, where they have their stronghold, and in the Chad region, they've been completely eviscerated. We saw that with bandits, they couldn't travel from Kaduna to Abuja and from Kaduna to Kano. Now you can travel on these roads. So the bandits have been treated to interior forest. So we're seeing progress with national security. And again, I would say that our national security advisor has been very proactive. That's why we've not had a situation like what we just did in Bangladesh. These people have been contained. Right now, the public, the citizens are actually turning against the protesters. So kudos to the national security advisor. But again, I'm going to say this. We have a protest that is ostensibly about hardship. Recently, we had a multi-dimensional poverty index come out. Now, if you look at southern Nigeria, with the MPI, multi-dimensional poverty index, the greatest poverty in southern Nigeria are in Ebonyi, Tinubu, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom. And in these places that I've mentioned, there were hardly no protests, especially in the southeast. There were no protests at all. And these are places where you have the highest MPI in southern Nigeria. Now, let's go back to the MPI. If you look at the MPI, the lowest poverty in southern Nigeria are in Lagos, Ogun, Oro, and in these places there were protests. So does that gel with what they are telling you, that this is a protest about hardship? And then when you look at the data, the places where they are fighting hardship, there were no protests. But the places where there was progress, if you look at Lagos, paying 7,000 minimum wage for February, providing certifications, giving palliatives, building infrastructure, red blue land, and then providing subsidized education and free healthcare, giving 20,000 Lagosians grants to start up businesses. And in that Lagos, that's where you have protests. In Oyo, that's where you have protests. But in places like Enugu, with an MPI that is almost 3 times that of Lagos, there were no protests. Ebonyi, with an MPI that is almost over 3 times than Lagos, there were no protests. How does that judge? That's what I'm telling you, that they gave a reason that was emotional to try to bring people out. But the real motive behind this protest was not hardship. It was a political insurrection.
Right. Let's come back to the studio.